I bet to sign same way in our air course. So I'm talking about Ofori Atta. He being declared as a fugitive. Your papa Prophet Kofi Oduro. Now, I personally think that Prophet Kofi Oduro, perhaps he was not really briefed on the story because he really went hard on on current President John Dramani Mahama, forgive me, and also the administration, especially OSP, who is now working under the National Democratic Congress, this particular government. Now, we all saw what really happened before this whole arrest being declared as a fugitive and even being declared wanted. It came to light that some people stormed the premises of Ofori Atta. OSP said no. But then one of the things Papa Kofi Oduro or the Ababetuja air party said Papa ne di bonipo Ghana Brano a person and each person deserves a fair trial, okay? And yes, oh sorry, you need to take the person through some legal process. The person have a right to defend himself because for all you know, who knows? Ofori Atta, he might be innocent. So, Bishop Kofi Oduro, now Prophet Kofi Oduro, he's really rolled up against the National Democratic Congress, saying that this whole thing is a misuse of political power and perhaps what he terms as witch hunt. But then one thing I'm for so kind to be a video about this whole thing is that Ofori Atta, Prophet Kofi Oduro, Ofori Atta, when he was given a chance to come and perhaps Anna the invitation the lawyer struck OSP said he will be out of the country indefinitely, which means that one shall be, and that is what really sparked him being declared as a fugitive. Yeah, but regardless, Prophet Kofi Oduro. When we come back, we continue.
If listen to that, if he is out of the country, he will leave evidence behind, and we are in a democracy. This is not a coup d'etat regime where you send soldiers into people's house raiding people. What kind of nonsense is that? If the man is a criminal, allow the court to declare him that. We don't go to his house and create fear. He has children, he has a wife, he has a family. He doesn't deserve your nonsense. If it happened 2017, it does not mean we should continue. Musia Nyansa, and be serious. Who sent those guys into the fire? We want to know. Would you say we are going to be keeping quiet? No. This is a voice in the wilderness crying, preparing the way of the Lord. Stop your nonsense. We have the power by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. He can just authorize Interpol to bring whatever his name is right now. Whether he is sick or not, we have the power to airlift him wherever he is and bring him. So if you have the power, why do all these, whether they are hooligans or go into people? Stop it! Let's behave like a civilized society. Civilized. Think because it's NDC, so we won't talk about. So what is NDC? NDC for me. We voted you in power to come and serve us. We didn't vote for this nonsense. We didn't vote for you to be jumping into people's houses, breaking stuff and removing their property. Stop the nonsense. When you're serious,
Abusia o 2000 fee say your company will be in a person 2000. Me recommend Stevlin Company Limited amount. Abusia the machine gon so bia ba. First no over 2000 na kotoko pins ene air strips na da be 4000 na no e dey design. Abusia you say na twem. For 1000 ko come Stevlin Company Limited. No mo for machine gon so no. In design or 1000 na no ma kama se be ya em prepare nkwala wo fie. Empower ma won tenhwe. Oti ase. Stevlin Company Limited obenya no kuma ase. Oba akra so obenya no akra. The numbers any go screen so no fa na efre no. Na FR task ko no na won design 1000 na no emfa kama. Stevlin Company Limited, they are the best.
It's very serious. Be careful. Number 5, 6, be thankful. 7, build a good name. 8, be humble. 9, be ready. And 10, be disciplined. Let me add number 11 to you. Be accountable. Be accountable. I said in Genesis chapter 18 and verse number 21, when Abraham asked the Lord, shall the judge of the earth do not right? Shall the judge of all the verse number 25, please, can you switch the gentleman for me? I want to run. Shall the judge of all the earth not do right? In other words, Abraham even was trying to put God in a parameters of some kind of accountability. The Bible said in Proverbs chapter 5 and verse number 21, the Bible said in Proverbs 5:21, the ways of a man are before the eyes of the Lord. It's before the Lord. Hebrews chapter 4 verse 13, the Bible said, nothing is there in any creature that is not manifest in sight, in his sight. But all things are naked and open. I love how Jesus put it. He said, there is nothing hidden that will not be revealed. And so when I read Romans chapter 14 and verse 12, the Bible says, for every one of us must give an account of themselves unto God. Then in Romans chapter number 2 verse 6, the Bible says, God will give unto all of us according to our deeds. According to the and so I stand here this morning and I want to say that be accountable. First, you are accountable to God. And not marking but let me tell you something. The Bible said in Galatians chapter 4 verse number 1, in the ordination yesterday, the class captain in the university, how will you call that? The course rep took the microphone and said, the hair, as long as the hair is a child, he is no different from a servant or a slave, even though he is Lord and overseer and owner of all things. The Bible said in verse number 2, but is under tutors and governors. He quoted the scripture. Look at that word, tutors and governor. Tell it in a different version. I'm closing with that. 7 minutes more, let me work with it. You know, he said, while he is young, there are men who take care of him to manage his affairs until the time set by the Father. Another version, let me see what it says. The Bible said that person comes under authority of guardians and household administrators and managers until the day set by the Father. Go to another version. This one says, he said he is subject to tutors and administrators. In another version, possibly, he said the hair is subject to guardians and trustees. In Prophet Akonai's version, in this version, he said, but it's under keepers and managers. You are seated here and nobody can advise you or nobody can caution you. I think that you are as dangerous as Lucifer. If you are living on earth and nobody can look in your eyes and tell you, stop it, sir. If there is nobody in your life like that, I think that you are as loose. Everybody seated here needs somebody in your life that you can be accountable to. This is the reason why we can have audits. Auditing. Audit the books. Let's see what church money is doing. Audit the books. Go to government institution and audit. Let's audit the previous government. Let's audit this current government. Anybody who has done or purported any illegality, let them be put to a law court. This is a country that believes in the rule of law, and let them defend themselves. But not like the way that whoever sent those people to the finance minister's house to raid the house. That is stupidity to the highest level. Jimmy to the highest level. I'm telling you that. If somebody, you think that a man like that, if, listen to that, if, he is out of the country, he will leave evidence behind. Listen to me. Think fast. And we are in a democracy. This is not a coup d'etat regime where you send soldiers into people's house, raiding people. What kind of nonsense is that? If the man is a criminal, allow the court to declare him that. We don't go to his house and create fear. He has children, he has a wife, he has a family. He doesn't deserve your nonsense. If it happened 2017, it does not mean we should continue. Musia Nyansa, and be serious. At least the man have served this nation before. You don't jump into their house, in a Rambo style, because he is not, even an armed robber and a murderer, we give them a lawyer. But we give them a chance to defend themselves. You don't go doing the stupid acts in the name of who sent those guys into the fire. We want to know. Would you say we are going to be keeping quiet? No. This is a voice in the wilderness crying, preparing the way of the Lord. Stop your nonsense. Accountability. We have the power by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. He can just authorize Interpol to bring Ken, whatever his name is, right now. Whether he is sick or not, we have the power to airlift him wherever he is and bring him. So if you have the power, why do all these, whether they are hooligans or go into people, stop it. Let's behave like a civilized society. Civilized. Or you think because it's NDC, so we won't talk about. So what is NDC? NDC for me. We voted you in power to come and serve us. We didn't vote for this nonsense. We didn't vote for you to be jumping into people's houses, breaking stuff and removing their property. Stop the nonsense. When you're serious, I'm and son of Bruni Becho, no evidence of what God and the sister and we are message you. I'm telling you, and son of Bruni Becho. That Chiminuanum be or baby, na me say evidence of Brofuna Diago Hono, Minuana, so we had a prison Meko. Minuanuma sofu be a chiwam baby. Now evidence Bruni Diago Hono. So for now, I say, I will go to prison. I'll go to prison. 2017, people will be driving on the streets. A man, will stand, lift his hand and stop a car and get them out. And they drive the car away. And you call that right? In a democratic civil, are you people okay? Now you are so full. Thank God for people like my mother who can say you can't gag the church. Because the church is being raised. God is raising some very wild voices. I'm telling you, you will be shocked the things they will say. And the kind of accountability they will demand. So 150 na year kano. 150 million. We need accountability. More 150 million Independence Day. We want to match all of you, line all of you, and tell us how you spent that money. Yeah. Tell us. So that is why I feel what the special prosecutor came to do is hypocrisy in the highest order. Hypocrite in the highest order. The reason is because If you can do this to that former whatever. Ghana Football Association is the worst corrupt people. You people have never brought Ghana football to investigation. You have not been fair to this nation. People are wasting resources like this. You are a team who can win nothing except shame and disgrace. That is all they win. You have a team that for over 40 years we don't have anything to our credit, and you have administrators who cannot resign by themselves, and you have a special prosecutor. Stand to your feet, let's close. You think we are going to be employing you, paying you for nothing? This nation demands accountability. This nation demands accountability. At least I thank God for a president who now wants accountability. We have cancelled first class travel. Mo travel first class. No travel first class. And you are flying everywhere at the expense of this miserable country. Now the president, they are all catching in Crawford. Be careful, because all the appointees, Ujimi obeyed them. Try it and see. Ujimi obeyed them. You think that they can go after other people and not come after you? The same virtue that is going after other people will come after you. 4 years in a while. 4 years. Accountability. Make a way no more the who be girl now with dinner chino. Yamedia homa be so con what. Yehu abeche chire wakoma homa what. What the way we are getting when a heart attack. Oba alabasta eko fosum pa alabasta kwa ashawo utu ashawo susa mesinya mebete wakoma. God will wrap the cords of your heart and tear it into two. Judgment is coming. I don't know how many I'm trying to preach it.